Okay, now we're going to begin the step-by-step instruction here for Access Chapter 5. I'm going to be beginning on page Access 302, where we're going to be adding new fields to our recruiter table. So make sure you have your database open and your navigation pane is showing. And what we want to do first is we're going to right-click down here on Recruiter Table. We're going to open it in Design View. This shows us the fields that are in our table and the different data types that those fields are. What we want to do now is go ahead and click here on the bottom, the first empty spot there. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a new field, and we're going to call it bonus. So type in bonus, hit tab. This is where we select the type. We're going to do yes or no. We're going to hit tab twice. That means that field can only be yes or no. Either it's true or it's false. The next thing we're going to add is going to be a start date. So we put in start date, hit tab, and start date is going to be of the type date time. So I start typing, fill that in, I hit tab twice to enter the next one. The next one we're going to have is called comment, and comment is going to be of the type memo. The next field is going to be picture, and that's going to be of the type OLE, object. And then the next one is going to be contact notes. And that's going to be of the type attachment. Okay, and those are our new fields that we're adding there. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and just click the Save button to save our table there. And then we're going to add one more field. We're going to add it in the middle of our current fields, and we're going to add an input mask to that. So go ahead and click here on Rate, and then on your keyboard, hit the Insert button. It should be in the upper right area somewhere. That'll insert a row that we can add a new field to our table for. Now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and type in phone number. I'm going to hit Tab. Now our phone number is going to use the text data type, but we're going to add an input mask, meaning a sort of a formatting, a defined way that we want to format this field. So if you see down here in the field properties, there's input mask. Let's click there. Then your book says hit the build button. That's what this is here, these three little dots. So we want to click on those. It's going to ask us if we want to save the table. Go ahead and say yes. And then here's where we get to choose our input mask. We're going to go with phone number. Makes an obvious sense there as our input mask. What you can do is click down here and you can kind of see what it does for you. It's going to add all of this, the area code parentheses and the dash to the phone number, and this is what it's going to look like for whatever's typed in there. You could play around with some of the other ones. Social security number. You can see it has the two dashes where they go. But we're going to stick with phone number, hit next. Here's where you could modify your input mask, but we're going to leave it as is. And then here what we want to do, we want to switch this to with the symbols in the mask, which means we're going to have the parentheses and the area code and the dash and everything. We're not going to just leave the number, all numbers. Okay? So we hit next, and then finish. And then all phone numbers, it automatically creates the input mask for us, but now all phone numbers will be formatted in that way. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and save this again, hitting the Save button. We can go ahead and close our table now. Okay, and that's how we add new fields to our table. In the next lesson, we're going to learn about, or we're going to basically add values to the new fields that we've created for our table.